Hello, my fellow Libras. I am TINLA, and this is not legal advice. Let's find out what has you feeling unbalanced this week of July 25th, 2026. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You reap what you sow. Very interesting card, okay? By the way, it's whenever this happens to find you. It just happens to be recorded on July 25th. Anywho, you reap what you sow. So maybe you're worried with Big Daddy Saturn coming around on Sunday in retrograde. What is your karma going to be? What is the justice that's coming for you? If you feel like maybe you've not done your best with people, I don't think that's you, but maybe you're feeling like there's people who haven't done that right by you, not you haven't done right by them. Because quite honestly, if you've been helpful, and positive and putting out good vibes, like there's really nothing for you to worry about with this karmic energy. But look at this, holy cow! All right. Holy cow. All right. Sorry, I know I said that multiple times. I apologize for that. I know I'm always apologizing too. All right, so we have ancient teachings illuminate the mind, burning bridges, their prayers are useless, divine intervention, unforgiven, abomination, playing games with you, mind games, lies, attempts to disempower, manipulation, intimidate, knowing how to outwit, influence, control, narcissistic personality. Okay, what was I just saying about karma for people who have done wrong by you? Like, you're good. Like, you have, you're going to sow some, or you're going to reap what you've sown, which is, I think, good things, right? You're not so worried about that. But these people need to be worried. These people that have harmed you or been nasty to you, their prayers are useless. And you're burning bridges. Like, you're using this as like a slash and burn sort of thing with people. They're going to get in their own way what is coming. I don't mean that like a nasty way. It's just karma, which you don't have any control over. But, they tried to manipulate you. They tried to turn situations against you. I'm feeling like gaslighting. Somebody was gaslighting you heavily and just really misperceiving you and intentionally. And the good news is, like, you've got all these like friends and family members and other supportive people behind you. You're acting, queen and king energy. You are just standing in your truth. You're standing in your power. You're feeling like I got all my friends with me, and it's a really supportive feeling. Even though this person may lash out as this karma is coming back around. When they are getting their just desserts, in a sense. It's almost like a wounded animal. The way that wounded animals will get sort of violent to defend themselves. It's like that. Like, you might even try to reach out to somebody because you're such a good person, to give them comfort in this time, and they're just going to lash out at you. Like, dispelling an illusion, 96. Okay, so interesting. Okay, unlike the 69 card, which is like almost looks like a Cancer symbol where they're kind of interlocking, it's the other way here. There's a disassociation. Like, look at this. The number is 96, obviously. Okay, probably times New Roman font. Maybe that means something to you. There we go. You're facing away from each other and dispelling an illusion. Like, maybe you felt like this person was a mirror to you. And maybe they still are. Maybe like they're showing you part of your shadow self and helping you stick up for yourself. Very Seven of Wands energy here. Maybe that out of the like illusion here with the which is like represented by the clouds, you're getting some clarity, and you're seeing that maybe you're seeing yourself better because of this person. That's why I'm saying I don't think you have any hate for this person or any need to see them suffer, but there's something about whatever's happening to this person in your life that they know why it's happening, and you know why it's happening, and it's like you can't save someone from drowning if you yourself can't swim. You know what I mean? You're learning to swim perhaps because of this person, which is good, but they're not you can't help them. You've tried, but you found that that's been met with untruth, with shock, with pain, and at this point, they're actually burning bridges with you, not you with them. And this is 32, which adds up to 5. That's Hierophant energy. This is old energy. This is something that is regimented. That is something, it could even be, again, for select few of you, this could be a job that you're burning the bridge with, where you've been sowing seeds of a new career, a new future. Like maybe you're exploring entrepreneurial behavior, or some kind of job, some kind of career that is new and different to you, starting a business, something like that, and it's gonna start to come to fruition, you know, on your side of the aisle there. So you might be burning a bridge with a job that you just is not a good fit for you, and moving into something that you've been kind of dabbling in for a while. So I may be dispelling the illusion that this is not going to work, you know, which is up in your head about that. And ancient teachings illuminate the mind. I'm almost getting like a saint or an angel, the way that the sun is appearing behind here, which reminds me also of this with the dispelling an illusion. It's also number 12, which is the hanged man or hanged person energy, okay? You know, you are seeing things differently. You know, maybe you just started watching tarot. Maybe this is running into me in my channel is the first time you've ever watched tarot. And, you know, it's something that you're seeing more, you're learning more about, and you're feeling like it's maybe confirming some things for you or helping you in some way and illuminating some of these patterns for you, which, welcome to the fold, my dear. It's get in, the water's fine kind of thing. Let's see. And maybe that's causing you to explore like some ancient traditions, Buddhism, Hinduism, what have you, Taoism. And that was not part of the plan. Avoiding problems, trying something new, unexpected path, abandoned danger. Listen, if there's one thing, by the way, also 41, which is 5, which we had here, here with the burning bridges. If it's one thing that we Libras hate, it is freaking conflict. You know, we like the stability of the plan. We like, you know, something that is balanced. I mean, is equal. It's not, we don't like the risk taking. We're not here for that action. Can we all just get along, is what I'm hearing. Almost very Martin Lawrence. So that's a B-side, old cut on that. So anyway, it wasn't part of the plan for you, and you've been avoiding, you know, interacting with this situation. Perhaps you haven't been confronting it because you don't like conflict. But I'm here to tell you that this transition from the Mercury retrograde, which by the way was totally brutal for me. I don't know about you guys, let me know, but totally brutal Mercury retrograde to Saturn, Big Daddy Saturn coming in and clearing up karma. It's going to be big. It's going to be a big change. And by clearing out these things, almost like when you burn the brush out from the old brush from a forest, it prevents bigger fires later. That's what's happening here. You're going to take flight. Because of that, you're going to be able, because you're almost like released from these shackles, from this negative energy that's kind of been pulling at you, you're going to be able to take flight and soar even higher. That's what I'm getting. A spirit is very much coming in and saying, look at who's supporting you, and look at what somebody else in your life has really been doing and showing. Like, stop fooling yourself. Okay. 71 is 8, which is strength. You know, the Leo card, which is appropriate because we just started Leo season. And look, you're going to be receiving a gift. Isn't that lovely? We love gifts, don't we? It's great. We love a good gift. We even love a bad gift, honestly. But, you know, with the hearts here, oh, hold on, I got to move this up, sis, right? With the hearts here, maybe it's a gift of love. Maybe it's, I don't know, a proposal, an engagement ring, a piece of jewelry, specifically I'm feeling. It's number 42, which is, again, the answer to life, the universe, and everything, which means basically it could be whatever you want. You might view any number of these things as a gift. Maybe it's the gift of this person leaving your life, the gift of self-esteem, or the problem resolving itself without you having to get your hands dirty. You didn't have to make a choice to get rid of this person, right? They showed themselves out. Anyway, I feel like there's a lot of, this is going to sound weird, but so be it. I feel like there's a lot of words that I'm using, the best words, as people say. God, how sickening. But there's a lot of words. I feel like I'm almost nervous to talk, which I'm not normally nervous to talk. I don't really care. But I almost feel like you've been over-explaining yourself to somebody, and they're still intentionally not getting it. They're intentionally twisting your words. They are manipulating you. And you feel like you need to explain yourself. And I feel like Spirit's here to tell you don't need to explain yourself, because this person isn't misunderstanding you on accident. This person is misunderstanding you on purpose because of their own issues, right? By the way, I'm going to use the tarot deck that is the Trash Panda deck. And it is in honor of Jimothy, who is an adorable little creature. And I will leave a video link for him up in the sort of like whatever this region here. And just take a look at that if you want to see something cute that will make you happy. So 10 of Wands energy is like, you got a lot on your plate. You're carrying a lot. You're almost, but I'm also feeling like, get everything you can and get out. Take only what you need to survive in a Spaceballs kind of way. And then you got your hairdryer because we got to look pretty, y'all. And, you know, but you're leaving this location and you're just grabbing what you can and moving on. And it's a heavy burden you've been carrying. And that's for some of you. But for others of you, it's like, again, you could be going over to someone's house, basically, and like picking up your stuff and moving on. It could be that you are, like I said, on the other side of it, carrying a lot of things where you can barely move forward. This person is such a weight on you. There's such a stress on you. There's just one more thing you have to freaking deal with that you can barely move forward. And I'm feeling like once this is gone, with the 10, it's, you know, the end of a cycle. Once this is gone, you're going to be almost like so much lighter and able to take flight. What else? Okay, look, 3 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. Oh, there's something hiding under there. Hold on. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Kind of at a diagonal, but we're going to take it in reverse here. Let me see if I can shimmy these up and you can see it better. There we go. You thought you'd be more heartbroken about this with the 3 of Swords. You thought this would be so much harder than it is. I'm getting like ripping off the Band-Aid with this person. And basically they've trapped themselves. What I'm seeing here is you've got this delightful box of candy, which does not look like Ferrero Rocher, and it should. This is probably some kind of other candy that shan't be named. You know, like, you felt like you offered this person something, or they offered you something, and you felt like it was a trick. Like, that's what I'm getting. They weren't offering you the tasty candy. They were offering you, like, the candy. I hate to say it, Russell Stover, but it's, you know, it's that kind of stuff, you know, where you're like, oh, did you really even try? But, like, that tricked you, lured you into this trap. And in the reverse, that was your heart basically in the trap, like your care for this person. And the reverse, it's like you're coming out of that. You're seeing it for what it really is. The Ace of Pentacles, this person's going to come around with the I'm sorry. And meanwhile, you've got your own thing going on here. You've got a rebirth with the lilies. You know, they're coming in and they're saying, hey, how you like me now? And maybe January 30th of 2020 for some reason is important, or January 3rd or March 1st for some reason. March 20th, January 20th. Maybe those dates ring true for you. You tell me, or not. But, you know, this person's offering you something basically to try to say, no, it's okay. And I feel like you're thinking about it, and it's something you would want, because that raccoon there looks like he's manifesting, or she, or it, whatever is manifesting. But you are trying to see it for what it is, and it, like, you can't get it out of your mind. That made me think of that Can't Get It in My Head song, which is Kylie Minogue. Maybe some of these names or words or songs mean something to you. But this person, and I'm also getting that Kylie Minogue song. I feel like it came out roughly, gosh, probably 25 to 27 years ago. So maybe that's something that means something to you. Maybe that's your age. Maybe that's a time in your life that you feel like you met this person. I don't know. But you feel like they're offering you something and you're not buying it. It's too large in your head what they've done to you. And with the 5 of Swords in reverse, look, you were reaching for this person. You know, it's almost like a mutual thing where they were reaching to you for help. Like, please help me with my broken heart over here. And you were like hesitant, but you were like, okay, well, you know, maybe we'll give to you. And this person wants you to do that. You know, you could be reaching for them, but I'm really feeling like this is them reaching out to you. But don't you understand? I'm in so much pain. And they're just begging for your empathy. They're begging for your care. 5 of Swords, though, is usually like deep-seated problems. You know, these are issues that have been ongoing. And we're not talking about little conflicts like who loaded the dishwasher a certain way. This is something that's been, again, a gathering storm, which we also had in Gemini. Excuse me. My cat is just catting. So maybe you have like black cat energy. I don't know. I mean, she's not black. My black cat is over there. But, you know, maybe you have like, you feel like this person just charged into your life and is messing everything up, right? But they're reaching out to you almost like pity party style, and you're on hold now, or you were on hold, but you were considering it, and now you're like not even considering it. You're over it, like you're tired, you know, you're not interested. You got your own spoons or sporks to carry. And the Wheel of Fortune in the upright is positive change. It's karma. Again, that's sort of a theme here with you, Libra. It's this karma coming back around, things moving. And you thought it was moving in the, direction you wanted it to go. Like, oh, this is rainbow and sunshine. But then something happens where, there's like this lightning bolt moment of clarity. And you're like, hold on, hit the pause button. Okay, we're not going to keep this moving. We're not going to do this, right? And we put I didn't mean to do this, but I guess nothing is coincidental. I put the 10 under the 10. So maybe 1010 is important to you. Maybe binary is important to you. Like maybe you're in programming or this person is in tech. Just throwing it out there. All right, Spirit, what's a challenge for my Libra watchers? What is a challenge that they're going to face this week? The Two of Swords in reverse. Look, I just talked about the Two of Swords, right? The challenge is okay, two of Swords in the upright is like stagnation. You're not moving, you're not making a choice, you're not wanting to do anything, you're just sitting there. And that's, I think, how you've been for a long time. Going back to this Five of Swords over here, you've been in this energy, this holding pattern here, where you were considering, like, what do I do about this? And here it's saying, you're getting some clarity, because in the Two of Swords in a lot of the decks, it's the swords are crossed. Like you're saying, no, back off. Here they're open, where it's almost like the gates are opening and there's still stagnation, but it's becoming clearer, and there's like, you're gearing up to take action. And with this water on what looks like, honestly, a computer, like an old school computer board, it's ruined. It's just ruined. Actually, you know what? This is obviously garbage and recycling. Duh. Maybe you feel like you were protecting something that intrinsically was garbage. But with the water on top of it, there's emotions here behind it. And it's old emotions, because there's no rain here. Like the clouds are thinning. So this is like rain has come through. Things have happened. But remember, we had that in reverse. So this is taking action. This is actually doing something. This is coming out of that holding pattern and seeing clearly what's in these garbage and recycling bins, or again, seeing that the computer programming is broken. Let's take a look at what advantage Spirit has for you. What's your advantage, Libra, this week? What's in your favor, please? What's in Libra's favor this week? Thank you. Nine of Pentacles. You are fabulous. Perhaps you have a falcon of sorts. I don't know. But you're receiving messages or sending messages. Because, again, with falcons, I feel like, they're birds of prey, but they can also be used as messengers from time to time in falconry. But you are thriving. Look, we got those grapes again here, right? We had the grapes here with the reap what you sow. And that's right here. It's reflected right here. Two totally different decks. It's showing me, like, you are going to have a lot of beautiful things, money in particular, coming to the fore now that you have energy on your own. Like, instead of pouring out energy and tears on this person and offering them all the support all the time, you're going to be able to reap what you sow, which is positive here. And you're receiving maybe some good news this week. And as the Nine of Pentacles usually indicates someone who's unattached romantically, but doesn't have to. So that advantage, though, is like you are keeping a positive attitude, you're open to receiving messages, and you are open, emotionally to receive abundance. What is the next action Libra should take? What is the next action, Spirit, Libra should take if the Libra wants positive outcome? Temperance, of course. Right? Of course. It's number 14, which, 4 and 1 is 5, which we came back around to that 5 again. But it's also Sagittarius energy, so maybe that's important to you. And we have these autumn leaves falling, so something's changing. So the actions are, embrace the change and allow other people to pour into you for once. You don't have to be the support all the time for other people. There are, we said here, friends and family that've got your back. Let them pour into you. And you'll find that there can be an equal give and take and positivity moving forward. What's the outcome at the end of this week, please, Spirit? What's the outcome? 9 of Cups. Oh, we love to see it. Happiness, wish fulfillment. Good things. We love that. We love that. And it's been, like with the Knight of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, it's been a long time coming. It's been slow to arrive. This has been something that's been going on for a hot minute. This is not new. Like, your perspective is new, but this action, this issue is not new. I would love to hear your thoughts on what happened. Now we're going to go ahead and get some cards, or a card, really, on a yes-no question. So Libra, think of a yes-no question, and if you want to leave the question in the comments, and or how the answer related, I'd love to see it. I'm always curious what's going on. The answer is unlikely. So if you were asking yourself, is this person is this person that I'm talking about here, were they ever genuinely like 100% clear with me? For example, if that were your question, I'm seeing it's unlikely. And underneath, bottom of the deck, we have let go. So let go of the Ten of Wands. And when you do, come back around and see me next week. We'll talk about what's happening next. Have a great day, Libra. Bye.